Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Bird Artist Cottage. I'm Tara Kate, and welcome back to another studio vlog. I have got a lot of content for you today. I have not started editing, so I'm not exactly sure how long this is going to run today. But I've got a review of an early birthday present. As you may remember, my birthday is coming up in less than 10 days now. And I got an early birthday present. Douglas bought me a Louden Artboard. If you've seen these on Instagram, they're amazing kind of tabletop easel stand type artboards, but with lots of features. And so I'm going to be sharing a review of my new Loudon Artboard with you. And spoiler alert, I love it. I also am going to be sharing a little bit about some of the struggles I've encountered with some artistic insecurity. As I've been doing the preliminary sketching for the book contract that I'm working on now, I am finding that I am running into some mental obstacles, shall we say, and so I'll share a little bit about those as well as what I'm doing to try to overcome them, because deadlines, I can't afford to just get stuck. I've also got stickers and prints and a scarf to show you as I'm getting my shop update ready. Then I've got a couple of little sneak peeks for you. I'm working on creating the zine for my patrons. And if you're one of my new patrons, thank you so much. I so much appreciate your patronage. If you've been a patron for over 3 months, you're going to be receiving a zine soon that I'm hand making. And so I started working on those, and I've got a little bit of the sneak peek of that. I've also got a little sneak peek of the patrons only sketchbook tour for you. I'm starting to record that early because I've got so many pages and I need to get all of them recorded before the end of the month. So you'll get a little sneak peek of that as well. But before all that, I wanted to share with you a little bit about the virtual open studio. You may remember that I've been mentioning that I was going to start doing these and inviting people to subscribe to my newsletter so that they could receive invitations. Well, I had my first virtual open studio this past weekend on November the 13th, and we had 7 people, including me. It was a really wonderful group, and one of the things that really impressed me was how quickly we established rapport, how warm and welcoming the group was. It was a very relaxed and informal conversation, and people were just so supportive and encouraging of one another. It was really a phenomenal experience. And I'm really looking forward to doing another one of these. I'm planning the next one for January. And it was a popular idea that we would do some journaling and goal setting together. So if you'd like an invitation for the next virtual open studio, please do subscribe to my newsletter, because that's how I'm handling these invitations. And you can find that link at tarakatedesigns.com/newsletter. So that's all for the intro. I'll see you again at the end of the video. I got this Louden Artboard as an early birthday present, and I am absolutely delighted with it. I had been seeing these on Instagram for a while and have been wanting one for about a year. These are manufactured by Dennis Loudon in Walnut Creek, California. They're all completely handmade, and as you can see, the craftsmanship is absolutely incredible. It's a very large artboard. It's very heavy, extremely sturdy, and not only does it tilt at every possible angle from completely flat to nearly completely vertical, but it also has this wonderful tilting function where you can actually spin the artboard so that you can get at different angles. These are available through their Etsy shop, and it also comes with a canvas bag that's padded on the bottom so that it's easy to carry the whole thing around. It's really a wonderful addition to any artist studio, and I'm super pleased with it. I love the fact that I can sit and work more vertically, which is going to help my neck and my shoulders as I'm working on this very long project. And also, obviously, I can raise my desk. This is a FlexiSpot electric desk, and I can raise the height of my table and then work standing up as well. So this is going to be a wonderful addition to the studio, and I know it's going to make a big difference for me physically as I'm doing all of these mini drawings and paintings for my book. Today I've been sketching great gray owls, and I'm doing these as preliminary sketches for my book project. Once the poses have been chosen from the preliminary sketches, then I'll go back and do fully developed sketches, and then once I get approval on those, then I will make the paintings based on those final sketches. One of the things that I have discovered as I've been doing these preliminary sketches is that I have run into a bout of artistic insecurity. I know deep in my soul that I am a skilled artist, and I have plenty of evidence for that. I can see that I can turn out very well realized and realistic drawings and paintings of birds. But as I'm doing these preliminary sketches, I have found that I'm starting to place a lot of pressure on myself. And as I'm placing more pressure on myself, feeling like I have to get proportions correct on preliminary sketches, or that I have to add more details than I really probably should, then these sketches are taking longer and longer, and the quality of my work has really deteriorated as a result. I'm getting tighter and tighter because I'm getting more and more invested and making what are supposed to be, in effect, thumbnail sketches into, works that aren't that good, but are overly detailed and really overkill for what I'm trying to do. And of course, because I'm spending too much time on these preliminary sketches, that's making things drag on. And now I'm behind on my schedule in getting all of these preliminary sketches done. So one of the things I've noticed is that during my morning practice, I'm sketching very small. I'm doing very quick sketches. I'm often doing 5 or 6 different poses of birds in about 30 minutes. And those sketches are actually much better than the sketches that I'm trying to do for the book. They're looser, they're more relaxed, their proportions are better. I'm not getting in my head. And so I think what I need to do here now is to go small and to actually set a timer and push myself to complete more sketches in a shorter period of time. And I think once I start kind of getting in the groove of sketching quickly, that a lot of this preciousness and a lot of this pressure will have to abate, because I can't sketch fast and sketch very detailed. And I think that will really help me a lot. And I think that once I get past that sort of hurdle of, it becomes so complicated, because it's like, oh my gosh, this is taking too long, but it doesn't look quite right, and I should take longer, and oh my gosh, this is taking too long, and all of that pressure building up obviously is really detrimental to both my attitude as well as my work. So I think if I can let go a little bit, put on some music, work a little faster, work a little smaller, remind myself that more detail is not what I'm after here, that I'm after for just getting enough information into the sketch that the author can make a good choice, a good informed choice about which pose he likes best. Then I think I can get past some of this, and I think that will then help restore my confidence. I think one of the things that's really rough about being an artist sometimes is that if we have a loss of confidence, it's how do we regain confidence? And one of the things that I've always found is just continuing to do the work. If I coach myself to continue and to continue making, even though I'm feeling kind of uncomfortable, usually I can work my way past these rough places, and I don't allow myself to get stuck in some kind of paralysis where I'm procrastinating and not making it all. I also wanted to say a little bit about this great gray owl. This bird is actually very special to me because I got to see this particular owl in person. Unfortunately, this story does not have a happy ending in that A few days later, this same bird, undoubtedly the same bird, I mean, they're so rare here, this same bird was hit by a car and killed. These are incredibly beautiful owls, and they're often seen during the day, so there are actually quite a lot of photos of great gray owls around, but I feel really privileged that I get to work from photos that Douglas took, and that this is a bird that I personally got to observe. So by taking the images of this bird and using them for these illustrations for this book really has a lot of deep meaning for me. Several weeks ago, I did a break-even analysis as I was contemplating a shop update. And you may remember watching that video. I actually got very emotional. And I finally stopped procrastinating and put on my big girl panties and ordered all of my inventory so that I can do my shop update before Christmas. This is actually really a relaunch for me. I had an Etsy shop before the pandemic, and then I closed my shop at the beginning of the pandemic. Well, there were lots of things holding me back, but one of the things that was holding me back was getting prints made. So I solved that problem by working with Giclée today to get some prints made. So I have this, there is a puppy drinking water. Can you hear the slurp, slurp, slurp? We'll just wait until he's done. We're back to business. Okay, where were we? So I worked with Giclée today and ordered prints. I got this beautiful American goldfinch print done as a 5x7, and then I got the Kill Bill toucan printed as an 8x10. So these are the only prints that will be featured in this round of shop update. So I got 5 different stickers, and I got the acorn woodpecker. I also printed the same toucan as a small sticker. And then I got 2 stickers printed on clear vinyl. This one, which you may remember, I showed as a slide on earlier videos. This one was done in my iPad. And then this little Vireo, which was done in watercolor in my sketchbook. And then the last sticker I ordered was this common yellow throat that I also did in my sketchbook, and you may remember that one from a few episodes ago. The other item that I'm going to have for my shop update are scarves. I have 4 scarves that were made in chiffon. This moth pattern is my own design. I painted it in watercolor in my sketchbook, scanned them in, and created a pattern repeat, and then had the pattern printed on chiffon by Spoonflower, and then got the edges finished off on a serger by a seamstress. I have 4 of these. These are the long scarves, and if these sell well, then I'm going to put on some square handkerchief style scarves in the same print as a restock later on. So those are all of the items I have for my shop update. If you'd like to get notification of when my shop opens, please do subscribe to my newsletter. I was filming this sketchbook tour for my patrons, I was thinking about how much pleasure I get from doing these kinds of drawings every morning. And sometimes I'm sketching from India, and sometimes from the United States, and sometimes I might just focus on a single species or a single location. And I get so much pleasure and enjoyment and relaxation out of this kind of sketching. And one of the things that occurred to me is that the artistic insecurity that I'm feeling around the preliminary sketches I'm doing for the book is taking that pleasure and enjoyment away. It's just sucking the energy and the life and the pleasure and enjoyment out of making my art. And I think that's one of the things that's so painful about that kind of insecurity, is that it really eats away not only at my confidence, but it also eats away from the joy. It really detracts from the joy that I normally get from making art. And I think one of the lessons that I'm taking away from this is that I need to find ways to be more tender with myself and more gentle with myself and more gentle with this practice of drawing every day, because there's this sense that the drawings are going to be seen in a way that's critical, and I need to learn to let go of that and to inhabit that same sense of joy and relaxation and pleasure that I get from doing these daily sketches. I mean, just this morning doing these rusty blackbirds, and especially this one here, that just, I got so much pleasure from this. Just these simple sketches from very small to a little bit bigger. And I don't want to allow that insecurity to steal that joy and that pleasure away from me. So it really is, I think, a process of becoming less self-conscious and also owning my skills and owning my abilities so that I can let go of the insecurity. I have been doing daily sketching for quite a long time, and I have done practices where I've done even up to 10 birds a day to build my skills and confidence. And you can learn more about that in this video. And I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time here at the Bird Artist Cottage. Bye now.